Hello everyone, and welcome back to Invisible Legends Reimagined. Today we want to share a story of triumph and tragedy, one that was deliberately erased from our history books for nearly a century. Imagine a thriving city within a city, a place where Black excellence wasn't just a dream, but a daily reality. This was Tulsa's Greenwood district in 1921, known as Black Wall Street, a community where Black doctors treated patients in brick buildings, where theaters showcased the latest films, and where families built generational wealth despite the crushing weight of Jim Crow. Along Greenwood Avenue, more than 70 Black-owned businesses lined the streets in elegant red brick buildings that rose 1, 2, and 3 stories high. The Williams Dreamland Theater, seating 750 people, wasn't just a movie house. It was the heart of the community. Within just a few blocks, you'd find 4 hotels, 2 newspapers, 8 doctors, 7 barbers, and 9 restaurants. Professional offices housed real estate agents, dentists, and lawyers. A cabaret and cigar shop added to the vibrant nightlife. This wasn't just commerce. It was a testament to Black innovation and determination. The community stretched far beyond the business district. Brick and wood frame homes dotted the landscape, housing around 10,000 residents. While some lived in mansions that rivaled the finest homes in Tulsa, others occupied modest wooden houses without electricity or running water. Many residents worked as cooks, maids, and chauffeurs in white households, but returned home to a community where they could walk tall and dream big. But on May 31st, 1921, a single scream would shatter this dream. Dick Rowland, a 19-year-old shoe shiner, entered an elevator operated by Sarah Page, a 17-year-old white girl. What likely happened was simple. He tripped, reached out to catch himself, and startled her. But in 1921 Tulsa, even this innocent interaction could spark an inferno. The truth was, Rowland likely knew Page by sight. He and other Black workers often used that elevator to access the colored restroom on the top floor of the Drexel building, an arrangement made by their white employer. The Tulsa Tribune seized the moment, publishing an inflammatory article accusing Rowland of assault. The paper claimed he called himself Diamond Dick and had stalked Page, torn her clothes, and scratched her face, all false accusations that would have deadly consequences. Within 30 minutes, lynch mobs began forming in the streets. But this time, something was different. Black World War I veterans who had fought for democracy abroad only to face hatred at home wouldn't stand idle. First 25, then 75 armed veterans gathered at the courthouse to protect Rowland from lynching. Their courage, born from battlefield valor, would soon be tested on American soil. These men had experienced respect and dignity while serving in Europe, making the racial terror at home all the more bitter. What followed was not a riot, it was a massacre. For 24 hours, white mobs, many deputized by local authorities, systematically destroyed 35 blocks of Black prosperity. They dropped firebombs from airplanes. They murdered hundreds of residents. They erased decades of Black success in a single day of terror. The toll was devastating. Over 1,250 homes burned to the ground, hundreds dead, though the true number may never be known. Some victims were buried in mass graves, others allegedly dumped in the Arkansas River. The financial loss in today's dollars, $27 billion. But the true cost, in dreams destroyed, in generational wealth erased, in lives brutally cut short, is incalculable. Dick Rowland, the young man whose trip in an elevator sparked this tragedy, was later cleared of all charges. He left Oklahoma, vanishing into history, one of countless lives forever altered by those terrible hours. For decades, this story was buried, absent from textbooks, ignored by officials, preserved only in whispered conversations between survivors and their children. The massacre disappeared from official history, while survivors and their descendants continued to live alongside the perpetrators' families, carrying the weight of unspoken horrors. But some truths refused to stay buried. Today, a century later, we uncover these stories not just to remember, but to understand. Because Black Wall Street wasn't just a place, It was proof of what's possible when determination overcomes discrimination, when excellence defies expectations. The Greenwood district showed us the best of American potential. Its destruction revealed our worst impulses. Both truths demand to be remembered. For in remembering, we honor those who built something remarkable, those who died defending it, and those who survived to tell the story. This is Black Wall Street. This is American history. And this story isn't over. If this unknown legends saga inspires you, give this video a like. Subscribe as we track other unsung historical figures who have been overlooked or purposely hidden from our shared history. Let us hear your suggestions of other unknown legends overlooked in history and Hollywood. Until the next episode.